This is News Desk with me, Kamini Nyamani Amanana. Let's get into some other matters. Some landlords of Adjei, Kojo, whose houses were demolished by the Tema Development Corporation, are being offered 2,000 Ghana cedis per household by the National Security to relocate from the land. Now, this follows Adjei News' report earlier this month that some affected persons continue to live in appalling conditions within the debris, and the residents say the national security operatives who supervised the demolition have returned to offer them money to go rent houses. More than 5 months after the demolition, about a dozen families continue to live in the rubble of their demolished homes in tents and makeshift wooden structures. Well, and then I'm joined over the telephone by Humphrey Banini, his representative of the Chief of Suraha East. Hello, Humphrey. You're welcome to the program. Hello, Humphrey. Humphrey. Well, I think Humphrey is not ready. Would ready him up and then put him back over the telephone. But we're talking about how persons who lost their home about 5 months ago in Suraha East and Adjei Kojo are now being offered 2,000 Ghana cedis, and they believe by national security operatives to go rent houses. Now, these persons, as we reported, are living in very appalling conditions in wooden structures, in makeshift tents, and well, we'll get into that matter with the chief of the area pretty shortly. Now, the residents are asking why the TDC that demolished their homes is not offering them money, but national security. They want the presidency to investigate the interests of the national security operatives in possessing the land. Right, and so some of you have been sharing thoughts on the Black Stars here on Facebook. I'm yet to tackle that in a bit, but I still want to share your thoughts. Well, Kudos Timite says this is very sad, and Prince Livin says sad news. Kwesi Jr. says, the FBI would have been better. Ghana police cannot investigate a simple rape, really. Casa Clement sighs and he says, Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, we'll deal with the last two conversations. Don't go away. Right, thank you very much for staying on here on the Joy News Desk. Now, some landlords of Adjei Kojo, whose houses were demolished by the Tema Development Corporation, are being offered 2,000 Ghana cedis by persons they believe are national security operatives to relocate from the land. And I'm joined over the telephone by Humphrey Banini, his spokesperson for the chief of the area. Hello, Humphrey.
Hello, I'm with you.
Humphrey, you're welcome to the program, Humphrey.
Thank you.
What do you know about this? Hello, Humphrey. What do you know about this 2,000 Ghana cedi compensation for persons who lost their households?
It is a dart throwing into the nation's eye. The item was brought, but it has been turned down by the Suraha East residents that their houses have been demolished in Adjei Kojo's electoral area. The offer has been turned down.
I see, but what I also get is the fact that some people did take this offer.
It is a lie. None of us received the offer because when they were doing those things, information was going around. They called a man and Nicodemously, and then told him that they want to give him money to go and rent. But it's not the whole people, it's one person that they brought the item to. So that as a spokesperson for the chief or the rest of the chief, he called me that the people will become to me around 8 o'clock. So I told him not to take the offer because national security has used this strategy copper time. So the documents are with me. We were aware of all the strategies that they used during that era.
But tell me something, Humphrey. Why? I mean, we've been asking that this be done with a human face. We've asked for compensations as this. Why wouldn't you take this 2,000 cedis per household?
Please, I said, if they will do something, they shouldn't do it nicodemously. They should air the public. And more also, they should tell the MP for the area, Honorable Natoshi, before. But this, they came nicodemously, using some strategies. It was one person that they were trying to give him money to rent, so that they will go to the media and publish. We are aware of their strategy. We are even more than them. So all tricks that they will play. Can you believe that my own party member has called me to write all names of the victims who have been affected and the list item that they want? But I deny, because I know it is the CDC and its alliances that are playing that dramatic trick.
I see.
So we did not accept it.
Granted, you didn't accept it because it was nicodemously done. But let's just say that they went through all the approved routes like you suggest. Is the 2,000 what you want from the national security?
Please, we are not demanding anything from the TDC and its alliances. We are not demanding anything apart from our land. Then if there be another issue, then we sit down, not by nicodemously. Then we sit down, then we talk about...
Humphrey, I guess the question I'm asking is, the government is trying to find a middle ground here where it will compensate you for taking your lands from you. And it's offering 2,000 cedis for it. Let's just say they go through all the approved routes. Is that compensation enough for you?
Well, yeah, I am. I can't decide for the masses. More also, I am a rep of the chief. So the chief will decide.
So what sort of compensation are you expecting for what has been done already?
They can compensate us for the damage that they caused over here.
Right.
But the land, we are not living the land.
I see.
We have seen the gold in the land before they have seen it. No one will use his teeth to chew the glasses before they call themselves honorables. And we are the vulnerables. It is a chance that they had. We can also get that chance. So if government says we need a land, the land is vast. I wonder why we occupy that we come to do the demolition. That is why we are not in connection with. Moreover, the government knows that if the government is trying to compensate us, he knows that this is a stronghold. Is it sucking us so that the trees vote for him? Hello, madam.
I'm listening.
We are the people who voted him into power, and he is driving us away from here, that he wants to compensate us on the land. Are the trees coming to vote for him? I standing here, I campaign for the government. So I'm telling the government that we are staying here. He should come and then repair all damage that has been, and then compensate us.
Humphrey, are we taking into consideration those who may actually need this 20,000 cedis to be able to move on?
I am saying that if we want to live on the land, and then that 2,000, I don't know whether it's Ghana cedis or the currency, can be given to, if it is the new currency, can be given to us to set up our houses. But the land, we are not living the land today or tomorrow. Because we have found that we bought the land legitimately. If the government says he's going to build affordable houses, he is not taking of we the poor, we the people who voted in into the power. They call themselves honorables.
Humphrey, thank you very much for your time. Humphrey Banini, spokesperson for the Sraha East Chief, and he says that this was, in his words, Nicodemously done. Nobody has approached them to give them any compensation. This was selectively done. Just a person was given that, and not the entire residents of Sraha East, where several houses were brought down 5 months ago. He says, though, that, well, you can give us the 22,000 cedis to compensate us for the damage, but for the land, you're going nowhere. Now, let's turn our attention